you from across the room. When our eyes met, I never knew I could feel this way, and it's kinda strange. Don't even know your name. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you.
Hello from the depths of teething hell. Oh my gosh, Hallie's teething like mad. I'm pretty sure she's cutting her top 4 teeth, which is it's intense, isn't it, girl? And she's really struggling with it, bless her. She's already got 2 teeth. Her 2 bottom teeth came through a couple of months ago now, and I'm pretty sure the top 4 ones are on their way, because you can see them basically. They're not quite cut through yet, but yeah, she's really struggling. She's been up the last couple of nights, just every hour, just for some comfort. And honestly, like, I'm doing everything that I can with it, like giving her all the cuddles, giving her the ibuprofen, because that's better than Calpol for teething, because it helps with the inflammation. Obviously, like, got teethers like literally laying around everywhere. I've even been putting like wet washcloths into the freezer and then giving that to her once they're frozen over, because they go like crunchy and get the like small tiny ice bits on there. We have got this Ashton Parsons powder, and you apply that directly to her teeth, like, well, I say her teeth, her gums, and it's actually decent because you can put like on these little, I don't know if you can see that, on these little teethers, they've got little, you right? They've got little nubbly bits on where you can put the powder in, and she basically applies it herself. You okay? Alright, come here. But yeah, I mean, all of it's so temporary, and then as soon as like that little bit of relief is over, it's back to just being really sad and clingy. And you're okay now? Are you okay? She just really looks squirmy, and just like, you can tell she's just agitated. I know. Hey, what do you want to do? In her bedroom, I've also put on a white noise machine. It's got like a red light on it, and it's supposedly good to help them sleep. It seemed to help a little bit last night, but again, like I say, she was still up every hour. But when I put her down after maybe 20 minutes, half an hour of being awake, I'd put her down and she went back down quite easily with the red light and with the white noise, but then she'd wake up again. So yeah, it's not the easiest, is it? It's not the easiest. And obviously, oh my goodness, I can see one. One of her teeth's almost cut through. Smile. You got one of your teeth. Wow, yeah. They're all so close. Like, I can't believe it. 4 in one go. That's insane. Oh. But yeah, honestly, like, this morning was just I was so tired, because I've just been 3 nights in a row where she's just been up constantly. Luckily enough, Georgia's been at nursery the last 3 days, but it does mean like getting up out of the house in the morning. When obviously, like, you know, Hallie was asleep and she really needed that sleep, but I had to get her up and into the car seat, to take him to nursery. I was just absolutely, like, I mean, I am not, like, look at me, like, this is what I've looked like for the last 3 days. I'm even like breaking out, and just like from lack of sleep, and probably like not looking after myself as much as I would like to, and I don't know, just stress generally. Oh, darling, it's alright. It's alright. It's okay. I'm gonna try and like pull that house a bit together. Oh, there you go, today, because it's just one of them. When people say like the washing can wait, and the cleaning can wait, and the dishes can wait, and do you know what I mean? The housework can wait. Yeah, it can, but it doesn't wait for anyone else but you. Like, it waits for me. If I leave stuff, if I leave stuff, then it just waits for me, and it just piles up. So that's what we're gonna do. So, oh, darling, I just want to cuddle you and hope you're okay. But even the cuddles don't seem to be cutting it anymore, because she's just like, yeah, just squirming and kicking, and You're not comfy, are you? You're not comfy. You're not comfy. I've just dropped Hallie's bottle and it's gone all over the floor, so that's great. My mum's coming up to stay with us for a few days. One of those days, Ash and I are going away for one night, which I'm really, really excited for. And oh my gosh, I think it's well timed and well needed for both of us. But oh my gosh, a full night's sleep, genuinely. Oh, like I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm gonna miss you though. I'm gonna miss you loads. But I'm sure Nanny will do a great job. So yeah, we're gonna go away for one night. We're gonna just go into like our closest city, but we've decided to actually go to France for a day, literally a day. So we're gonna leave early doors. I think the flight's at like 6 o'clock, and then stay overnight and then come back the following day, because the flights were dirt cheap. I used to live in France when I was little for a couple of years, so I have like really fond memories of France. I have like an attachment to it. I love the culture and I love the food so much. The food, the coffee, the patisseries, like I love it so much. And me and Ash have never actually been to France together, which is crazy considering we've been together for 8 years. So yeah, my mum's planning on being here with the kids whilst we're away, and obviously I just wanted the house to be in like a decent state for her. I don't want her to turn up and then it's like she's gonna have to clean the house and then look after the kids. I might also start just like thinking about what I want to pack, and also maybe just like pull myself together a little bit, like maybe put some lashes on. I feel weird when I don't wear my lashes. Yeah, and I just feel like completely blur and just like pale, and like obviously I've got like a little situation on my chin happening right now, and I just feel run down, you know, and just feel run down and look run down and just blur. I'd like to address that at some point as well. Oh darling. Oh darling. Alright, when did you last have ibuprofen? This is what we need to know. Right, okay. What's this? Is that nice? No. Oh god, okay.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade, feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
Right, I feel a lot better. I literally just washed my face, did my hair a little bit, like literally just brushed it basically, put it down, and I've just chucked on a different jumper and I feel like a new woman. Like, it's mad, isn't it? Just like those little details make you feel like so much better. I think probably tomorrow I'm gonna have a bit of a pamper day because I've been just really running on empty at the moment, and yeah, but just brushing my hair's made me feel a lot better. Hallie's down for a little nap and I've just stripped the bed because we've all been sleeping in the bed for the last like 3 or 4 nights. I mean, George is in our bed most nights, but Hallie normally does stay in her cot, but yeah, the last 3 or 4 nights where she's been teething, it's been a whole family situation in here, which is it's a very good job. We have a super king size bed, isn't it? I remember when Hallie was first born, we only had a double and we were all in the bed all at once, and I was like, oh my gosh, we need to upsize our bed, because a double bed with all 4 of us, with a toddler flailing about, me trying to breastfeed, like it was just almost impossible. So I actually ended up getting this mattress from Emma Sleep about, well, it must be about 6 months ago now, because Hallie was like a new fresh newborn, and it was the best thing that we ever could have done, because despite the fact that the last few nights we've been having really disruptive sleep. I mean, every night for the last 6 months since I've had Hallie. I mean, let's be honest, I've basically had broken sleep since I became pregnant with my first baby, and then it hasn't stopped since then. But I have to say, since we've had Emma mattresses, and we've had Emma mattresses for the last 2 years, we got one in our old house. It was a double size, which was amazing, really great quality, and we slept really well on it, even if we had the broken sleep. At least, you know, when we could get back to sleep after sorting a toddler, sorting a baby, whatever it would have been, after being sick, whatever it was, we could get back to sleep really quickly, and that's what I quite liked about it. What I would say is actually when we upgraded to this cooling mattress, this is the Luxe cooling mattress from Emma Sleep. Oftentimes when Hallie wakes up in the night and she's crying, and she cries loud, and I have to go and make her a bottle or whatever it might be, so she's crying for a little while, Ash and George don't move because they're in a deep sleep. They can't hear what's going on. I'm sorting that, and they're still in a deep sleep because their body temperature is like regulated. They're in the perfect like scenario to sleep well, so they kind of sleep through it. And then as soon as I'm finished with Hallie, obviously the last couple of nights have been a bit trickier, but once I'm finished, we all just like fall asleep quite easily as soon as your head hits the pillow, and it's because of the mattress. It's creme de la creme. If you're on the fence about whether the prices of the mattress and stuff are worth it, it 100% is. What I would also say is Emma Sleep offer basically a 200-night risk-free trial. So there is no risk if you wanted to invest and you think, okay, I need to try this because everyone says it's great, but I'm not 100% sure. As soon as you try it, you will not go back because you will not want your old mattress back. If you haven't had an Emma mattress and then you've gone to this mattress, or any Emma mattress for that matter, mate, you will not regret it. There's also like a 10-year guarantee. Emma Sleep also have their winter sale on at the moment, so everything's completely discounted at such a great price. Plus, I have a little discount code for you, which you can actually use on top of the already discounted prices. So I'm going to pop that down in the description box. There's a link down there. Tap the link and see what you can get for your money, because it's actually incredible in comparison to what the prices were like when I was looking at these mattresses. They're so good, so I would really recommend having a little look. But yeah, honestly, if you're a mum like me, whether that's to 1 kid, 2 kids, if they're in the season of life where you're, you know, up in the night, you're not sleeping great because, you know, someone always needs you, whatever it might be, this will be your absolute saviour. It's been mine, it 100% is. Like, I am so incredibly grateful for this mattress. I love it. Thank you so much to Emma for sponsoring this part of the video. I am going to make my bed, and then I'm going to sit on my bed until Hallie wakes up. I feel like she'll probably wake up the minute I finish putting my bed back together, but you know, it's just life right now. I think I'm going to pick you guys back up tomorrow. I'm going to have a proper pamper night tonight. I'm going to put some fake tan on. I'm going to do my lashes. And then hopefully I'm going to come to you tomorrow feeling just a bit more put together and a bit more like me, and then we can pick up the vlog there, and then maybe we can start packing for our weekend away. I say weekend away, it's like a day, but I'm calling it a weekend away because it sounds more glamorous.
You have to be your biggest fan, and when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that, because you don't know who you're gonna meet, who you're gonna meet, who you're because you don't know who you're gonna meet, who you're gonna meet.
Good morning guys, I hope you're all okay. I'm feeling a lot better today. It's the next day, despite the fact that Hallie was up, I mean, I can tell you how many times. It was a lot though. She was up a lot. I still feel quite refreshed. Again, because it was like I knew what she needed. Like I knew that at certain times she'll probably need a bit of ibuprofen to get her through the night. Certain times she'll probably need a bit of a bottle or something for comfort and food. And then other times she'll just need a cuddle, and I kind of just went with that. And each time when I was putting her back down, it went fairly smoothly, as long as I like tended to her that specific need at that time. And then I got like a good amount of sleep between like getting up. So as soon as I went back to like got back in my bed on my like beautiful Emma mattress, I literally went back to sleep. 45 minutes later, Hallie wakes up, but at least I got that 45 minutes. So yeah, she was up. So this is last night. And to be honest, I didn't like keep stopping and starting the sleep because it would have just been like staring at my phone like constantly. But so she went to sleep at like 6 because she was just absolutely shattered. So 6, we gave her a little bit of ibuprofen before she went down. So from 6 o'clock, then she slept for about an hour, then she was up, and then she had a bottle, and then she was only up for like 45 minutes because she was tired, so she went back down, she slept for another 45 minutes. Then she was up until 9:45, and then I tried to put her back down. I gave her loads of cuddles, I gave her loads of teethers. Honestly, her whole bed was like covered in teethers. I gave her a little bit of Ashton Parsons like powder on her gums, gave her a little gum massage, and then she went back down and she woke up again at 10 to 11, so yeah, another 45 minutes. And then she woke up again at 1:40, and then I gave her a bottle and also some ibuprofen. I think the thing is, you're not really supposed to give ibuprofen more than 3 times a day for a baby that's 6 months old. I'm not entirely sure whether that's in a 24-hour period or a 12-hour period. But yeah, up to 3 times a day is what it says on the back of the thing. To be honest, I've actually got the ibuprofen out for Hallie because she was using that during the night, and I've also got the Cowpole out, not for Hallie though. This one is for George because he had his jabs yesterday, his 3-year and 4-month jabs. So he was on the Cowpole before he went down. But the thing is, he had his jabs at like 5, well, it was like 4:45, he had his appointment. By the time we got back after the doctor's, George was like passed out. So he went to sleep at like 5, which obviously is like complete danger nap territory, like it was awful. But I said to him, like, look, let's go have a bath with you, because he'd just come back from nursery. I was like, let's go have a bath, and then we can come down and watch some telly, we can cuddle, and like that sounded like a good idea. And then he was like, no, I don't want a bath, I just want to go into my bedroom and I want to sleep in my bed. And I was like, he has never, like in probably the past year, voluntarily gone into his bedroom to go for a sleep. Whether that's naps, actually bedtime, like he doesn't do this voluntarily. Like it's a fight every single night. Maybe it's not a fight, but it's definitely not something that he wants to do. He definitely has to have that encouragement. So the fact that he said that, I was like, you know what, fine. I gave him a little wipe over, and then chucked him in his pajamas and let him sleep from about 5:15, and then yeah, he was up at like the same time as Hallie actually. Literally, George woke up, he like wandered into our room. We were like knackered, so we went up for an early night at like maybe 9:30, chucked on the TV and we were just chilling. And then George wandered in at like 9:30ish, and then Hallie woke up at the same time, so we were all up at like 9:30. We and Ash were like looking at each other like, oh, okay, so is he up or is he gonna go back to sleep? Like, what's gonna happen? So we like turned the TV off. We put his nightlight projector, like his Starry Night projector, in our bedroom. And yeah, that child was up until 1 o'clock-ish. So yeah, it was yeah. I was, however, in and out of sleep. Ash was in and out of sleep. It was just one of them. He wasn't getting out of the bed or anything. Like, one of us was always awake, but it was just like, yeah, we were just dozing off. It's so hard not to sleep when you're in that bed. It's so comfortable. Don't know how George was doing it. But then he slept until 8 this morning, so, you know, you have to pick your battles, don't you? Especially when it's like jabs, and especially with teething. Hallie, like, it was just all over the place. So we were all in the bed at one point, then Hallie went back down and she woke up every 45 minutes, then I was getting up with her and I was trying not to wake them too. But to be honest, Ash and George, like I said before, like, they just sleep through it sometimes. So anyway, yeah, it was a night. But I was adamant that today I wouldn't feel as as I felt yesterday. Like, I just felt so drained, and like, because it's been the last few days, I haven't really been like looking after myself as much. I haven't been doing my skincare as well as I should have been, haven't been eating properly, I've just been like slobbing around. Don't get me wrong, I'm still in my absolute favourite tracksuit from Girl of Muse, but I put on a bit of makeup, I washed my hair last night, feel good, and yeah, I always feel better when I've got my eyelashes on. bit of makeup, just makes you feel massively better. Like I said, I'm still in my comfies. I'm gonna have my coffee and I'm gonna have a little chia pudding with blueberries in it and some banana in the top. I just put the rest of the banana in the freezer because I'm using these little bad boys for Hallie's teething and weaning. So these are like the Munchkin, oh I can't get it off because it's slippery. This is frozen, so this is the Munchkin little baby food feeder, and this is frozen banana in there. I just got it out to show you because she's not up yet, but yeah, these are £4 in Tesco at the moment, but it's like on club card price, but they're on Amazon for £5. So I'll pop the link in the description box because these are so good. We're struggling with weaning. If you saw my last vlog, you'll know that. Like, we're struggling a little bit with weaning, way more so than we were with George. Hallie's just not like at the level that George was at. George was very proactive and really wanted to eat and pick things up and put them in his mouth and chew and swallow and all that stuff. I don't know whether it's a combination between her teething or her just not really being developmentally that ready yet. Like, by this point George was sat up like unassisted most of the time. Like, he would fall over a couple of times, but he would sit up unassisted. Hallie cannot do that, and I don't know, I'm actually not sure whether that's something for me to like worry about a little bit. If any of you guys know, I would actually be really, really grateful for some advice or opinions, because I'm not sure whether Hallie's like behind or if it's just every baby's a bit different. Everyone takes a little bit more or less time to do certain things. Like I say, George was rolling and sitting up by this point. Hallie's not really doing either. Like, she can twist her body and like grab things and stuff, but she wouldn't ever really roll. I don't know whether that's just because she's lazy, doesn't need to. Like, why would she? She's just a bit more chilled. I just don't know. But the sitting up one, I think with weaning has an effect, because she has this chair, this Mama's and Papa's chair. This was George's, and that's what she sits in when I give her food, and so that supports her, and like, she doesn't have to have been able to like sit up on her own. But when she's in it, she just really goes really rigid and sits back and like arches her back backwards and really doesn't like being in that upright position. So I wonder, like, part of me wonders whether it's down to like when she was born, she had really like a really stiff body, and her like skull and all of her spine and everything like was so stiff, and her jaw was really stiff as well, and we had to go to the chiropractor loads to sort that out, and that helped massively. Like, the chiropractor helped so much with her sleep, because she was just uncomfortable when she was laying on her back, which is obviously how newborns have to sleep, on their back. And you know, it was just, there was a lot of issues with like feeding because of the same like positioning and stuff. It was really uncomfortable for her. So yeah, like, we sorted all of that, I thought, but I wonder whether the sitting upright position thing might have something to do with, you know, her stiffness, and whether if we went back to the chiropractor and had a few more sessions, if they were able to do anything, like, you know, make her a little bit more like loose and flexible and whatever, then maybe it might help with weaning. It could equally just not be like that at all. So I think I'm going to call them today and see what they say. I'll probably just call them and see if I'm just like barking up the wrong tree, if there could be something in it, and I'll keep you guys updated. But I think Hallie has just woken up, so I'm going to go get her. I've got her banana. I'm going to have my breakfast and I'll give her that as well. I'm going to pop her in here and see if she's all right, because obviously they have to be sat upright to eat, so it's just like one of them. Hopefully this will be quite nice on her gums as well, because oh my gosh, that girl, tea that is not her vibe, which I can understand, to be fair. What do you think? Oh, you beautiful girl. Any teeth? One came through yesterday, didn't it? Is the other one coming? There you go. What do you think? Is that nice? Well done. Well done. Good girl.
You don't think before you act. There's something really off about that. Can't you see the problem with just caring about yourself? Maybe you should try to do something for someone else. You gotta give a little, just to get a little. Gotta give a little, just to. There's something about you. You don't care about what you do. You gotta give a little, just to get a
Right, we're gonna try and pack for Mummy and Daddy's little trip. To be honest, I just need to figure out, like, I know how to pack a suitcase for a night. Like, I don't need to do all toiletries and stuff now. Right now, I just didn't want to do an outfit because where we're travelling first thing in the morning, obviously I'll just be wearing something like this, to be honest, like a proper comfy loungewear tracksuit vibe. But then when we get there, I'm going to want to change, but I don't want to change into like evening stuff straight away because it's going to be like 9 o'clock in the morning when we get there. So I'll have to probably wear like, I don't know, casual, like maybe jeans and a top. Not that I wear jeans on a daily basis, but I'll probably go for that. And then again change like for the evening. So I need a couple of outfits because the vibes are very different throughout the day. Because I think we'll go for quite a nice meal. I hope anyway, we'll go for a nice meal. And I want to dress up and I want to put makeup on and I want to look nice and feel good and wear something impractical. Because I never wear things, impractical things. I always just end up wearing like mum appropriate things, obviously, because you're getting pulled and you're getting, like, you're picking things up and you're bending over and you're constantly like on your knees and like, do you know what I mean? Like you need practical outfits for when you're a mum. But I'm not gonna have the kids, so I'm gonna maybe pull out a couple of dresses that I haven't worn in a while. I actually have got a dress that I wore to the Christmas do that we went to in December, and I actually think I wore it for a little bit on Christmas Day. Christmas Day though, obviously we had the kids, so I soon realised that because it was a wrap dress and I was getting like pulled from pillar to post, having a baby in my arms, toddler wanting me to play with him and stuff, it didn't work, did it? Because yeah, the boobs were coming out. Far too revealing. So yeah, I think I'm going to try on a couple of dresses and see what I think. By the time you see this, we would have actually been back from our trip, so I can't ask for your guys' advice. But yeah, I'm going to choose a little dress, try a couple on. Like I say, these are not things that I wear often because I don't go out very often. Okay, I pulled some out and some that aren't like creased to hell, and I think I might be able to fit in. I've popped them in here. So I've got, well, okay, I've got a few. Some of these are, okay, that's not a dress, that's a top, but I really like this. This is from Halara, and it's one of those tops. It's got like integrated cups in, so you don't have to wear a bra with it, so it's so comfortable. And it's like a little bit of a mesh number, like on the arm, so it kind of looks quite dressy. I quite like this, but obviously you wear that with a skirt or trousers. And you know what, that's more of a practical option, because if I was with the kids or something but wanted to look a bit more dressy, I'd wear this with like trousers, like nice trousers, and it would still be practical. I still like it. Like I might try that one with an outfit, like if none of these dresses fit. This is the one that I wore to Ash's Christmas do, his work Christmas do, and that is really nice and I like that, so I know that one will fit, etc. And it's not very practical, like I said. It's not very practical because it's a wrap dress and it's like a satin, like, well, it's not satin, real satin, but it feels like satin. So if you have got the kids, it's literally like impossible to keep this one on because they're constantly pulling at you, and like it's just, there was just a lot of boobage happening. So that is a good option for a non-practical day. This one, oh my goodness, I have not worn this. I remember wearing this actually. The last time I wore this was in lockdown. We had a tier 4 lockdown date, so basically like we were locked in, we hadn't had a date night or done anything or literally left the house in months. I had George, so he was maybe like 3-4 months old. I think it was around the Christmas, you know, like the Christmas when everything was cancelled. I actually wore this for a little while. I was wearing my slippers with it, but I got dressed up, I wore this, and we had like I think we got steak and like maybe prawns or something. I think we had like a fake surf and turf from like Lidl. I also have this one. This is a little Zara number. This, I have definitely worn this in the last couple of years. I'm pretty sure the last time I wore this one was when George was 1, because I remember we had a first birthday party for him and then I went out with my friends afterwards. My mum had George for me because Ash was away. I remember this. Ash was away. It was George's first birthday, and you know, like it was a big deal that my first baby, it was his first birthday and his dad wasn't there, and it was like quite, you know, a bit depressing to be honest. So me and the girls went out and I wore this dress, and it was actually my friend's and she gave it to me, which I'm very grateful for. It's actually a size large, but it definitely didn't feel like it. Zara sizing's all over the place, I think. So I'm going to try that one on as well. Oh, this one, oh my gosh, this is a size A. This is not going to fit me. I have not tried this on in so long, but this used to be like my go-to dress. I used to feel so cute in this. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure I'm even going to try that on because I think it might, you know, it might hurt my feelings because it is a size 8, but it's like a bardo off the shoulder, but a little bit like skatery. I do quite like it. I might try it on for a laugh, but I'm not gonna fit into this. And then these last two are bodycon dresses. The last time I wore this was when I was pregnant because I used to like how like a bodycon looked on a pregnant body. Isn't it so funny? I don't love what bodycon looks like on me like when I'm not pregnant, just because like, you know, you get lumps and bumps, you get insecurities, and like after breastfeeding and stuff, like my body's just not the same after having 2 kids, breastfeeding, and you know, I'm trying to exercise and get back on it and stuff, but my body's never gonna look like it did before kids, and I feel like bodycon is, I don't know, it just accentuates all that. However, I am going to try it on. I do really like this one. It's from Cupshe, and I love how bodycon looks on everyone's body but mine. It's just one of them things. I think it's just a self-conscious thing. And then I've got this one. It's like a black, like velvety one. I don't know. Maybe this one's winning. I'm not sure. But to be honest, also it's cold, so I don't want to, you know, wear something really, really short and then be freezing if it's not something I can wear tights with. So gonna think about some practicalities, just not all of them. Okay, I'm actually a little bit surprised about this one because I really like how it feels and it's really comfortable. I know I literally said that I'm gonna look for a not practical outfit, like it doesn't have to be practical, that's not the reason of this, but then I've just realised that most of my clothes have been purchased with practicalities in mind, and I'm not that mad about it because comfort is key, whether you've got kids or not. So this is the bodycon and I actually really like how I feel in it. Like, I really like it. I'm actually really surprised. I feel like maybe the fitness classes that have been going to have actually paid off slightly. To be honest, I feel like you only really notice that kind of thing if you are getting dressed like in a, you know, showing off your body kind of way, and I really just don't because I just wear mum uniform every day. And if I don't, then I'm still wearing like practical clothes and stuff. But yeah, this I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this. Like, I actually quite like how it feels. The length is obviously good for winter. These are the only boots with a heel that I own, and this is kind of, I think, probably what I'll go for because it's cold, so I don't want to wear heels, like heels, plus I can't walk in heels anyway. This is a little option. I quite like it. Yay. Okay, then this one is the one that I was telling you about that I wore to Ash's work Christmas party, and I really like it. It's really nice. I feel very comfortable in it because it's, you know, it's quite loose and like, yeah. I really like it, and I did try and wear it on Christmas Day, but like I said, the kids were like constantly pulling me, and it was just like, if there was just a situation. But I do really like it, and I would wear tights with this because it is cold, guys, and yeah, this is probably what I would end up looking like, and I'm not mad at it. It's actually not a bad option. Okay, this one's an absolute no. It's just a little bit too much for me, plus it doesn't really go with like boots and tights, and I don't have any other option really in that scenario because I don't want to wear heels, it's too cold. I'm not going bare legs, it's too cold. Plus the bra situation, like I've had to like pull that to the side. I don't know what bra I was wearing when I wore it last, but then again I did say the last time I wore this was in lockdown, so no one would have seen. So I probably just like fudged it anyway. Yeah, it's a no from me. It's cute, but it's not, it's just not my vibe. Definitely not anymore. I'm pretty sure I bought this in like 2017, so yeah, no. Okay, I actually really like this one. It's a little bit more casual, but also not. Like I just really like how I feel in it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite a casual, basic, plain Jane. Like that is kind of my vibe, I'm not gonna lie. And I feel very comfortable in this. So it's like a t-shirt situation, like you could like just think I'm wearing a t-shirt from here, and then you come back a little bit and it's like a short dress. Obviously again I'm wearing like the tights and the boots. I feel nice in it. I do feel a little bit like millennial mum, but I don't mind that. Like it's a bit 2010, but I don't mind. I just feel very comfortable, and yeah, like I could definitely just wear this and I wouldn't worry about it or stress out, which I feel like I maybe would in some other clothes. Okay, and then this one used to be my go-to dress. It's a bit tighter than it used to be, I'm not gonna lie, but I still really like it, and I think maybe it's a bit of nostalgia from when I used to wear it quite a lot, but this is the one that I've got on now. Yeah, it's a bit tighter than it used to be, I'm not gonna lie, but the zip did up, which I'm astounded by. Again, like the style of it and stuff, it's a bit, I think it might be a bit dated, it's not really like the fashion now, but I do like it. Like I quite like the little, cute little, I don't know, what is this? Like A-line? No. Like, I don't know. I like the skirt where it kind of comes out a little bit. I actually like this a lot more on than I thought I would. And again, like, it's quite nice to be wearing something that I used to wear like all the time. I just like what I know and know what I like. So yeah, I actually am a little bit surprised at how many of those were not too bad. I think I've got like, what, 4 options there. Really, Hallie? Oh, I think she likes it, guys. Oh no, I've just realised this has got a little stain on it. Can you see that? It's like a sort of grease stain, or like, I don't know, maybe oil. I'm not really sure what that is. Probably food or something from like 6 years ago. But yeah, maybe not then. Maybe not this one. Okay, so I've just gone through a bag of stuff underneath my bed that, I'm not even going to lie to you, has not been touched since 2018. Like 2019 maybe. Pre-lockdown. Pre-lockdown going into the office. That was the bag I was going through. Like literally things I have not touched since I worked in an office full time. Pre-babies. I'm just going to show you. So, I've worn a little mini skirt like this in so long. I used to wear stuff like this all the time. This was my look. I just liked this look. This was like, to the office, this is something that I would wear. But this is a newer edition that I usually wear with like jeans, or I don't know, just like a lot more casual. But then I put this over the top. Oh my gosh. And I just feel like, I genuinely feel like pre-baby me. Which I haven't felt like in a very long time. I'm not saying this is everyone's vibe, by the way. It is a very, I would say, looks like a work outfit. But I also love it. And I kind of feel like maybe it's because it's reminding me a little bit of like when I used to dress like this, like when I used to go into the office, when I used to work in London. Like, I just feel, I feel good. Isn't it mad how just putting on different clothes makes you feel like a completely different person? Like, I genuinely, like, I feel like a completely different person just because I've put on this blazer and this outfit, and it's just insane. And I feel like it just, if that's not, like, you're signed, just go and book a trip and, like, go and buy some clothes that you wouldn't wear as a mum, but you could wear when it's just you. I know that we don't all, trust me, I know that we don't all have the opportunity to, like, go and book a trip to France like that. Like, trust me, I have never had the opportunity to be able to do that. Like, we've never lived near family before. Like, my husband obviously was in the army, he was away all the time. I literally had no childcare for 18 months straight. Like, it was, you know, I mean, I had like nursery, but he was always off sick. And I just mean like for a break for me, like to do anything with friends. Like, I genuinely haven't had much of a chance to do this kind of stuff, and the fact that I have actually got the chance to do it now, just, oh god, it means the world, and I'm never going to take this kind of thing for granted, like, ever. It sounds like such a silly thing. Like, to some people this will be like such a big deal, and it really is for me, and then to other people it might not be that much of a big deal, because you might, you know, get a chance to go out on a Saturday or go and do that stuff. And I've only just started to get that, like, I've only just started to, like, firstly want to be able to do that. Like, to be honest, I never really wanted to, like, leave the kids. Hey, I never really wanted to leave you, Hallie. I definitely never wanted to leave George, especially not at 6 months. I know that it was lockdown and stuff. I know. All right, okay, I'm gonna stop rambling because I'm sure you get the point. Basically, I'm excited for this trip, and if you have the opportunity to do it, F mum guilt, because that is not what we're here for, and I feel like I've had that for far too long, and now I don't have it because I've realised that we're all good mums. If we worry about being good mums or not, it means that we are good mums. Okay, I think that's Hallie's way of saying, finish the vlog, mummy, and come and play with me, okay? Okay, I know. In that case, I am going to do exactly that, and I am going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you on the other side of our trip to France. Bye, guys.
'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.